Hi, this is Kelly, your certified health coach.
And this is Scarlett, your life coach here in the Valley of the Sun. Welcome to Hot in Arizona.
Pardon me while I adjust my shirt.
You know, things might look a little different if you're watching on YouTube. Yep.
In a different mobile studio today.
We are in a different mobile studio. My mobile studio is being pampered.
Yes.
Yes. She needs it. So, yeah.
Mine too. Just don't look at the mess back there. And we'll go like this and hide this.
There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Exactly.
How you been?
Good. You?
I've been good.
Yeah.
I've been good. Yeah. Except for the whole detailing the car.
Right.
That was kind of a bad thing. So, yeah, kids and dogs, man. You can always count on them to destroy a vehicle.
Oh, yes.
It's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
It's just going to happen. But, no, I'm doing all right.
Good.
Anything new and exciting?
I'm buying a van.
Oh.
Buying a van.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, we're going to make it my daughter's home on wheels.
Awesome. Well, but you're good at it.
Next new project.
You're good at it.
Taking on a big project, like I have time
like,
for that.
I was just going to say, you need one of those like a hole in the head, but hey. Whatever.
Sorry, guys.
Wow, what is that?
Yeah,
That's a hand?
That's a hand. Yeah.
Just talk to the hand. So, kind of funny. I watched a movie night before last. Hadn't seen it in forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of my favorite movies, called Shirley Valentine.
Oh, never heard of it.
I think it's from 1989. It's an English movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about a middle-aged woman who is feeling underappreciated. So, her friend, a girlfriend of hers, says, I have 2 tickets to Greece. You're coming with me. And so, her husband, it's like the same thing every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
He comes home, he expects his dinner, he expects, tea time, he expects all this stuff. And she has gotten to the point, the kids are grown and out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
She's a bored housewife. And she's talking to the wall. She's so bored.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, and it's really kind of sad. And she says, she puts up a picture of Greece, a poster. And he's like, what is that? She's like, it's a poster of Greece. He's like, whatever, you're never going there. Well, she finally gets fed up and she's like, you know what? I'm going with my friend. And so she leaves him a note, slaps it on the poster, says, went to Greece, be back in 2 weeks. She spends 2 weeks in Greece. She goes to Greece, and of course, I don't want to give everything away, but
you could
too bad. I'm going to.
You can guess what happened.
She goes and her friend meets a guy on the plane and is gone.
Right? Of course.
And so she gets there and goes to dinner, and the waiter, turns out he's also the owner of this place. It's a little tavern in this little bitty town where they're staying, and he's Greek.
Of course.
He says all the right things.
Of course.
He says, I want to take you out on my brother's boat. We'll just go out on the boat. We'll just have a good time. Come on.
Aww.
And she's like, I don't know, I'll think about it. And a lot of times she'll look right at the camera and talk to the camera, right? So she looks like she's talking to you. And she says, she was talking about sex. She says, and she's got that heavy British accent. She says, I think sex is like a grocery store. She says, there's just a lot of pushing and shoving. And you really don't get much out of it in the end. She's so funny. So he takes her out on this boat.
Uh-huh.
And again, she has been for so long just feeling like she has this unlived life.
Mm-hmm.
She has not been able to live it.
Uh-huh.
And she gives this little speech about, you've got this life. You have to be able to live it.
Absolutely, yeah.
So she tells him, I want to jump in that water. Because, the water in Greece is absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
So she just strips down, jumps in. He strips down, jumps in. And they get out. And of course, come on. It's Greece.
Exactly.
She is in her 40s.
Mm-hmm.
She's had 2 kids. She's not a model.
Right.
So, anyway, the music, it goes to a shot of the waves coming in,
mm-hmm.
and the music, and then the waves get faster, and the music, and the waves are and the boat's rocking, and the waves, and then it shoots to her, and she's like, where did the orchestra come from? Because all of a sudden, she just feels unleashed, this is what she has been craving that her husband has not been able to give her.
Right. And
it was just, it's a funny movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's endearing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get over that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she did that.
Yes.
And
sorry guys.
He calls her and says something about her having an affair or falling in love. And she said, I fell in love with life.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't fall in love with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love with life.
Yeah.
And it is just such a sweet and endearing movie. But it got me to thinking about how women, as we age and as we get older, I don't know, I guess, and I don't really want to say that, we're underappreciated, but we are.
We are.
We are underappreciated. Mm-hmm. And especially here in the United States, because there's so much pressure put on youth and beauty.
Oh, yeah.
That as you get older, I don't know, it just seems like older women are revered more in other countries.
Right.
And he even afterwards he's kissing her and he kisses her stomach. And again she looks at the camera and says, oh, he kissed me stretch marks. And then he looks at her and looks like, who are you talking to? And she says, you kissed my stretch marks. And he says, don't do that. Don't hide them. Don't be ashamed of them. This is what shows that you have lived. This shows that you survived, that you are alive. And again, she looks at the camera and says, aren't men full of shit? But they do seem to, just have this appreciation.
Yeah.
For the experience that an older woman can bring.
Right.
To a relationship.
Yeah.
And I just got to thinking how sad for some women who are feeling underappreciated in their marriages or in whatever relationship that they're in, because so many of us, there's still a lot of life left.
Right.
And they used to say, oh,
sorry,
bless you.
Excuse me.
They used to say that as you get older, your libido goes down.
Right.
You don't want sex as much. And honestly, that just isn't true.
That is so not true.
It's not true.
There seems to be this misconception that once a woman hits a certain age, she doesn't want sex anymore.
Right.
If a woman doesn't want sex, it's either hormones or she's lying to you.
And a lot of times it's hormones. Honestly, they do play a part.
They do.
But it's not as big as some people think.
Right.
And I think a lot of it is up here. And a lot of it, as women, we're tired.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're tired.
It's no joke.
We're holding down jobs. We're taking care of a home. We're taking care of kids. We're tired.
Yep.
And that will play into it because then you won't maybe have sex as often. And it's important to have sex.
Sex is important.
It is important to have sex often.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you got to keep things running down there.
Yeah. For your physical body.
Yes.
It is important for you to have sex.
Absolutely. Because a woman's vagina. Okay, so we're talking about this. Send the kids out.
Yeah.
Should have done the warning earlier.
We'll post the warning.
Right. But a woman's vagina can atrophy.
Yes, it can.
And when that happens, sex can become very painful.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, you will tense up, right? It's like, okay, this was not a good experience. And so the next time it goes to happen, you're tense. You remember it's painful, and now it's making it even harder to do this.
Right.
And you get into that vicious cycle.
Yeah.
And then you're right, you don't want sex.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm done. But there are ways around that. All kinds of things you can do for that. I mean, like you said, if hormones, again, communication. Communicate. Talk to your fucking doctor.
Yep.
And say, hey, what can I do? Because if it is hormones, there's stuff you can take.
Yeah, there's one person I know, she's having hormonal therapy and giving shots.
Yeah.
And it's working for her really, really well.
Yeah.
So,
So that's important to talk to your doctor.
Yeah.
Another thing is lube. Okay. Now, a lot of people even young people use lube.
Oh, yeah, it's a thing.
So,
there's nothing wrong with it.
No. And again, communication. You have to have that communication with your partner.
Yes.
Again, we go with intimacy, right?
Yep.
So you have that communication. You let them know, hey, this is what's going on, and we need to try some stuff because I don't want to stop the intimacy with you. I don't want to get into a bad habit. I want this to be enjoyable.
Exactly.
And loving. And pleasurable for both parties. And so you go that route. You remember when we went to the castle last year?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Make a date night and go to a place like the castle.
We saw so many couples in there.
Oh my gosh, right? There were a lot of couples, and they have a lot of different things to help people to make sex pleasurable.
Yeah.
Now, when a woman's vagina atrophies, the walls get thinner. It'll shorten. You know how they say, oh, I've become a born-again virgin, because I haven't had sex in so long? Yeah. Well, it is kind of true.
Yeah.
I mean, it does, and it can be very painful to have sex. But they have this thing. I have not seen one. I don't know what it looks like. I could be way off in what I'm saying, but it's called a vaginal dilator.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
And from what I understand, it's about the size of your pinky. And it is inserted for a little while. I don't know how long, an hour. I don't know, 15 minutes. I don't know. I don't know. If it feels good, leave it in all day. I don't know. Read the directions. But, and then it gradually, you can make it get bigger and bigger so that, and I don't know how much time that takes, a week, a month, I don't know. But again, read the instructions. Again, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know if it's, 3 feet long. I don't know. But it's supposed to help out. And you can look into something like that because you don't want that to interfere in a relationship.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah.
And one of the things about sex as you get older, for a woman, it's very good for your heart.
Yes, absolutely.
Very good. The funny thing is, for a man, bad. Seriously. Men, if they're having sex at an older age, it puts them at a higher risk of having a heart attack.
So, in other words, go for a younger man.
Exactly. Right? See? I've had it right all along.
Yep.
Get yourself a young stud. You know, leave the old man at home, honey. I don't want you to overexert yourself. I got this handled.
That's funny.
But it is important to maintain that.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, and I don't know about with guys, they get aroused pretty quickly, pretty easily. And women, especially as we get older, you gotta start like way ahead.
Yeah.
You know? You can't just like come home and woo and you know, saddle up and go. No, you gotta warm up.
Exactly.
And sometimes, you know, that can be for women. It can be just like sending us a text.
Yeah.
And not some raunchy, stupid text, okay?
Right.
No. I don't want to hear what you're going to do to me later. I want you to tell me that you miss my smile.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go, ooh. Okay. All right.
Exactly.
All right. You know, I want you
romance.
to... Yeah.
A little bit of romance.
You know, if I'm in the kitchen, most romantic place in the world, right?
Yep.
If I'm in the kitchen, you walk up behind me, kiss me on the neck.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Little things to build up to that. Not just, you know, I mean, kissing's great.
Well, yeah.
Kissing is great.
Absolutely. There's other things.
But there are other things to just, you know, okay, yeah, this boy's getting laid.
Yep.
You know,
exactly.
A lot of times guys think that they're saying or doing the right thing, and you're like, oh, God, really? You know, he better leave me a tip on the nightstand. Seriously, if you're going to talk to me that way, if you're going to treat me like that.
Well, I will tell you, I like the dirty talk. I do, but not all the time.
Right.
I like other things too. I like the romance and I like the sweetness, and I mean, you know, so.
Yeah, exactly. I don't, you know, sure, I'll talk dirty to you all night long, but you better sweet talk me to get there. And I guess I'm coming from a place where being a single girl, now, if it was a husband, sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
You can talk raunchy to me all you want.
Right.
But if you and I are just dating, you better warm me up so that I know that, you know, maybe I don't want just a one night stand.
Right. Exactly.
So, yeah, you better talk sweet and say nice things. And then... and then we'll break out toys and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no.
Well, and another thing about midlife sex that I've noticed is the no bullshit.
Right. I don't have time.
I don't have time for the games.
No.
It's like, just come out and say what you want. I mean, really, it's like... Yeah. Don't make me guess.
Exactly. I don't have time for this.
And I know, you know, and I have these conversations with my men friends too, because they're like, we really want to know what women want.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I'm telling you, they don't want the bullshit. They don't want the games. They'll get the head games of the dating that gets played, and you're too old for that, you know? So just remember that. Just be upfront. Be straight. If all you want is a one night stand, you need to say that's all you want.
Then say that. Because most of the time, I'm cool with that. That's fine. You know,
because I mean, sometimes that's what the woman wants too, but she's too afraid to say it, and sometimes she wants something else, and that will let her decide.
Exactly.
Okay, is this something that I want to do?
And exactly, without letting our hearts get too involved.
Right.
It's like, look, if that's what you want, let me decide. Okay, that's what he wants. I know where he's coming from. I'm not going to expect more.
Or if you know yourself and you know that when you have sex with somebody that it like becomes a bigger thing for you, then you'll be able to say, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Right. Exactly.
You know? So
exactly. Yeah, it's important. Again, communication.
Communication and knowing yourself
huge.
too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Knowing who you are and where you stand is important.
Oh yeah. That is really important.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember my cousin, even when we were younger, there were girls who would like cry after sex, and they wanted him to tell them that he loved them. And it's like, what? Oh my God. And I felt bad because a lot of them were my friends. It's like, quit having sex with my friends.
Right? Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But it is important to know yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Very important. Know yourself. And communicate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Communicate.
Makes sex so much better.
It really does. I love it when I hear about people who are in their 70s and 80s still having sex.
Yes.
I love that.
Why not?
I'm just like, oh, there's hope. It's because that's my big fear, is waking up one day and saying, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think about that now. I've known so many women who are like, yeah. And I'm just like,
how?
What? Or when they punish their spouse or
with no sex.
Their it's like, yeah, well, you're in the doghouse, you don't get sex. I'm like, why
are
would you do that to yourself?
Oh my gosh.
I don't get that.
I don't either. Yeah, it's like, you know what? I am pissed off and I am so mad at you right now. You better drop those trousers and let me take out my aggression. And then we'll all be much happier.
Then we can have a happy conversation.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think that is important, that when women get older, that we don't kind of, push it aside if we do notice changes with our body.
Yes.
To make sure that we are addressing those issues and talking with our partners about it and keeping ourselves healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. The food that you eat actually really affects your hormones.
It really does.
And your sex life.
Yes.
So, watch what you eat. Be careful with that. Make sure you're eating balanced, nutritious, whole foods.
Yes. For a good sex life, it is important to eat well and to exercise. It is really important. And you too can go on into your 80s. Just, I think that is really, really important to do. It's important for yourself.
Yeah, you think about all those nursing homes and the STDs that are running around in the nursing homes because they have such strong sex lives.
Because they know what it's about. And that's another thing is when we go through menopause and we no longer have our periods, a lot of times we back off using condoms because we're like, well, we're not going to get pregnant. But that's not the point really of a condom.
Right.
Unless you are in a committed relationship, you still need to protect yourself.
Absolutely.
You still need to protect yourself.
No matter how old you are.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep. That is an absolute fact.
Safe sex.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, at any age.
That's right.
At any age.
Whether you're 90 or 40 or 20.
Right. Exactly. And anything younger than that, shame on you. Being a mother, I'm going to say, shame on you.
Yep, exactly.
I don't care what I did, but...
Yeah, just wait.
So one of the things that to, keep up the healthy sex life, especially as we get older, is to continue with that intimacy, to continue to do things together.
Yep.
And
go on dates. Dates are so important.
They really are.
Dates are so important.
That shared experience is really, really important.
Absolutely.
And now you have gone on a date to a really cool place.
Yep.
And that is what's going to bring us to what is hot in Arizona.
Yep.
So this week, what's hot is...
The Hole in the Rock.
The Hole in the Rock.
At Papago Park.
I have seen that. I have not hiked up there.
It's a pretty easy hike. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a big deal, but it's really not. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's been years since I've been there, but it was a lot of fun. I remember going up there. And back in the day, you could go up there at night and sit up there where you see the city lights and everything. Now, I think it's because of COVID. Don't quote me, but I think it's because of COVID that they close at 7. But the trail is easy, but now it's also very well traveled. It's pretty busy from what I'm understanding, but to get up there and see the city is worth it. It's really fun to just go crawl through that hole and sit at on the edge. And I'm not a heights person, but it's fun to do. So.
Is that why you were standing way back when we went to Dobbins Lookout?
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I don't
Not
do that.
Not big of those cliff overlook.
Yeah, I'll stand back here. Yep, that's pretty.
Yeah. That's kind of what you were doing. Yeah.
Did that at the Grand Canyon when Tom and I went to the Grand Canyon. He'd be like over at the edge, and I'd be like, come back here.
Yeah. So Hole in the Rock at Papago Park.
Yes, and I think that I wrote it down, but I have my book somewhere back there. I forgot to pull it out. It's I think it's 625 North Papago Parkway.
Oh, okay.
I think is what it is. But Papago Park, if you haven't been there, it's really big. They have lots of picnic areas, so you could go on a picnic and then go for your hike up there.
That would be lovely.
That would be really nice.
Yeah, that would be romantic.
They have the zoo. They have the fire museum. They have all kinds of fun stuff there. So definitely go to Papago Park, make a day of it, check it out, and do your little hike up to the rock
and hold hands.
And hold hands the whole time. It's so much fun.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. That sounds like a really fun place to go.
Yeah.
And a fun thing to do.
And you figure the picnic and the hiking and all that stuff's free. I mean, and I think the museum is really cheap.
Yeah, but even if you did like a picnic, feed each other grapes, go for the walk, hold hands, and then go home and...
That's right.
Really get some exercise.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
There you go.
That was just your warm-up.
Yeah, exactly. That's the foreplay. Whisper sweet nothings to her as you're walking up.
Hold her hand.
Yeah.
Touch her constantly.
Yes.
And then you'll...
Touch is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Have to head out there someday.
For sure.
And do a little date night thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Enough sex talk for today, I guess, huh? Seems like we've been having it all day today. Oh my gosh. Well, with the YouTube video that I saw.
Yeah.
Just about the car. It was a car. Guy was explaining the wood interior, and it was almost X-rated. Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
I'll have to tell you all about that sometime. I don't know if I could do it today. But anyway, I hope that you guys all have a fantastic week.
Yes.
Get intimate.
Have sex.
Absolutely. Have a lot of it.
Yes.
Have a lot of it. I think, honestly, I really think that absolute bare minimum is like once a week. And if you're married, you should be doing it
all the time.
All the time. You know? I mean, it's just so relaxing.
It is. It's a great way to help you go to sleep at night.
Oh my gosh. And again, women, it is good for your heart.
Yes.
It's good for your heart. And that's important. That is important. Anyway, that's all I got for us.
Me too.
Yeah. Next week should be fun. I think we're going on an adventure.
Yeah.
I believe. So,
yeah,
that'll be a lot of fun. If you're watching this on YouTube, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this with your friends because you never know who needs to see it. Also, you can follow Hot in Arizona on Instagram, and you can see pictures of all the fun and exciting places that we go. You can follow me, Scarlett, at HeartPrintsAZ on Facebook and Instagram.
And you can follow me, Kelly, Healthy Heart and Happy Soul, and I am on Instagram, and I'm thinking about shutting down my Facebook one, but I am still on there for now. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody have a great week. We'll see you next time.
Bye.